you prefer the news, the weather, or the sports? You can have it all anytime you want. With MediaNet, you can have over 150 functions at your fingertips. If you would like to see just how easy and simple MediaNet is to operate, just come by any of our 6 stores for a free demonstration. Just another reason to do business with Southeastern Cellular.
Hey everybody, it's Barry Miller. Thanks for joining us this week. We're in T-Town, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You notice I got my coat on. It's about 30-some degrees in Tuscaloosa and the wind's blowing. Every time we come to T-Town, I reckon we bring it with us, they say, because it sure is cold in Tuscaloosa. Sit back and relax. We've got some great cars coming up for you from here in West Alabama you don't want to miss. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time once again for Big Boyz Toys. Tonight, your host Barry Miller will bring you the sleekest, trimmest automobiles from around the area that have been beautifully restored. If you love streamlined, full-force race cams, then this show is for you. So sit back, but don't get too relaxed. This is Big Boyz Toys.
Looking for great savings on new and pre-owned cars and trucks? Then head on over to Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC. Our courteous and knowledgeable sales team is ready to show you our huge selection of cars and trucks at out-the-door prices. Don't settle for our competition's offer. At Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC, we're committed to sales, service, and customer satisfaction. So head on over to Ron Newton's. We'll treat you right. That's Ron Newton Pontiac Cadillac GMC, top of the hill, Quintard.
First vehicle this week, Vernon Arnold, 1967 Camaro, convertible too. Vernon, welcome to Big Boyz Toys.
Thank you,
Tell me a
sir.
little bit about your car, Vernon.
Well, it's a 67 RS convertible. It's got your hidden headlights. I got it pretty much the way it is right now. I've done a little with to it. It's got the original correct color to it. Doesn't have the original correct color interior. The guy that I got it from said it was too much gold. It should have a gold interior. Other than that, it's pretty much original. Everything's pretty original on it.
You know, you think back to 67 Camaros, a lot of them, they come out if it didn't have the hounds too. But a lot of the interior was the same color as the car. They did
Correct.
They did that a lot in the 60s.
Correct.
I don't know why, but you know, now they don't do it as much, but in the 60s, a lot of the times the interior looked just like the outside of the car.
That's correct. It sure did. I don't know why they changed. I don't know, but you're correct. They did have the same interior as the outside.
Now the 67 Camaro, is that kind of hard to find? Is it the particular reason you wanted to fix up a 67 or purchase a 67?
The main reason I looked at a 68 before I bought this one, and I almost bought it. But the reason I'd rather have the 67, that's the first year the Camaro came out. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, it was one of the first year of them, so I liked it better than getting one later model.
Was this the first one you ever had? Or?
That's the first one I've ever had. Before I retired from the government, I decided I'd always wanted a convertible, and I said, well, I want to buy me a convertible, and I started looking, and I said, I don't want just a convertible, I want a classic, and that's why I chose 67 Camaro.
A lot of people wait till they retire to buy one because, you know, like I am, you work all the time, you don't get to drive much. I got a 75 Corvette sitting in my shop right now up on the lift. I probably put 100 miles on it in 3 years. You know, I drive the new one a lot, but I don't get to drive it that much because I'm working. And the more, it's better to drive it. If you don't drive it, you don't work on it.
And you know, I love to drive them. I'm from Huntsville, and I drove down here, and lots of people haul them. They've got nice cars and haul them, but to me, it's more fun if you drive it on the road. People get to see it coming to the show too.
Now, how long did it take you to drive from Huntsville down here?
I really didn't time it. Probably a couple of hours, two and a half. I didn't push. I don't drive it hard because you know they're too valuable to get out in hot rod.
Yeah, and really Huntsville, you've got to go way north from here.
Yes.
So you wanted to come to the car show bad today because it's cold.
Well, I didn't have the top down.
Yeah. Now, how cold was it in Huntsville when you left? Was it as cold as it is here?
No, it wasn't. It was fairly nice. I came yesterday down here. I have a brother that lived down here, and I came yesterday down here, and it wasn't near this cold.
Anything else you want to do to the car, or anything you got to do to it?
Well, the motor, it was not all the correct numbers on it, and I have got the correct block now to put in it, and I'm going to rebuild the motor with try to get all the correct numbers on it and have it correct number original car.
Now, was someone apparently blowed it up or something way back yonder and changed it? You never know.
I don't know.
And see, back in the late 60s, early 70s, people didn't think about much keeping a matching number car.
That's true.
True. I had a 69 Chevelle, put 3 motors in it in about a year because I kept blowing them up, But,
yeah.
I guess people didn't know that it would make a car a whole lot more valuable in 2006 and 2007 if it had the original motor set.
That's true. If I had known back then what they would be worth now, I'd have probably bought one if I'd had to scrape to bought it and kept it and babied it, and now it would have been worth a whole lot.
Think about some of the cars that we had 30 years ago.
That's true.
If we had them today, we could retire, we wouldn't have to work, and we could do anything we wanted to do. Just selling the cars.
I've had several that I wished I still had.
Yeah. Nothing else you can do this but just drive it and enjoy it.
That's right. Absolutely.
Tell you what, this is a good-looking vehicle. I appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you, and I appreciate it.
We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toys. I'm going to go from a Camaro. I'm going to go the opposite direction and show you a Mustang around the same year. We'll be right back.
Best kept secret in Anniston, Alabama. Romine's Annistonian Restaurant, 1709 Noble Street, Anniston, right across Administration Building, has got that country lunch special each and every day, meat and vegetables. Sunday buffet, all you can eat from 11 to 4, only $6.99. They got catfish, they got steaks, they got fried chicken, barbecue. They're the home of the off to the bone barbecue. They got hamburgers, hot dogs, pork chops, you name it, they got it. Specials in desserts, Black and Forest cake, pecan pie, cheesecake. They got it. They're the #1 location for German cuisine also. Stop by today. Tell them you want some of that great German food Barry Miller sent you by. Piggly Wiggly, that's a name you've heard ever since you was a child. I've heard it since I was a child. Grocery store above all grocery stores. It has just about anything you want in the Piggly Wiggly stores. Go by the local Piggly Wiggly store in Odenville, Center, Cedar Bluff, Collinsville, and the brand new store down in Asheville, and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by, and you want to see how much money you can save on your grocery bill. They have a meat department and a fresh produce department in each and every store, fresh produce each and every day, and they cut their meat right there on their location. Tell them I sent you by.
Next vehicle, Charles Arnold, brother Arnold. 2 Arnold, 65 Mustang. Welcome to Big Boyz Toys.
Thank you.
Go directly from a Chevrolet to a Ford. Tell me about the Mustang.
Well, the Mustang was founded in a machine shop. Didn't have it covered, had oil all over it, and carried it out and had it painted. It needed a paint job. Other than that, it's an original car. Had the motor reworked, the brakes redone, and that's all that's been done.
So you just seen it sitting somewhere and said, uh-oh, we got to fix that.
That's what happened.
And how long has it been since you fixed it up? Well, y'all
Well,
fixed it up.
it's been about 2 years. So
How in the world did you find a Mustang sitting in a machine shop 2 years ago that somebody ain't done grabbed?
Well, the man that we got it from said that he bought it from a lady in Atlanta, and she had bought it originally. I don't know whether he was going to fix it or what, but anyway, he let it sit there in the machine shop, get oil all over it.
Yeah, machine shop can really ruin one for long if you don't watch out. Now, this is the original color. Now, a lot of these in the 65s had this color burgundy, I call it.
They went to the man that painted it, called the factory, and they gave him the paint code number, and he called and got the original paint number off of it.
Because a lot of the fastbacks, you didn't see a lot of just solid white ones. You seen black ones and red ones and burgundy ones, but you didn't see a lot of just a white old plain when they had the fastbacks.
Well, the fastback, it's just more appealing than the regular coupe.
And Mustang, you know, they're trying to go back to the originality of the Mustang because they hadn't quit selling them things ever since they started.
Yeah.
You know, they've lasted longer than anything. The Camaros went out, and well, the Vets are still there, but I mean, ever since the Mustangs come out, they've sold good every year.
They'll still sell if they'll produce one like this.
Now, well, the new ones, they're trying to go back in there to make them look kind of like the old ones. Now, this has got a 289.
289.
Was it 3-speed in the floor or automatic?
No, it's automatic.
Because if it didn't come with automatic too, there's always 3-speed in the floor, unless you ordered a 4-speed. You had to order that 4-speed to come with it. And I can remember so many of them Mustangs we used to race, and guys used to race me when I had a Camaro, and they'd always miss that second gear in that Mustang. I don't know what it was about that shift in that Mustang, but 90% of the time they're gonna miss second gear. That's how it outrun them. They'd miss that gear. Now, how long? It took you about 2 years to fix it up?
Well, no, it didn't take that long to fix it up. All it needed was a paint job, and then had the engine rebuilt.
So the interior and all was okay?
Interior's original.
Now, they can actually, you know, it's hard to keep interior original. I don't care what you do to it, because that stuff's not made to last 40 years. It's just not made to do it. But 90% of the old cars you see, they've redone it. And when you find one that you hadn't redone, somebody took care of it. They had to take care of it.
Yeah, see, this is just a third owner on this one.
Because, you know, nowadays, like in my truck and different things, we put Armor All or something on the dash and on the leather that keeps it soft and keeps it fresh, because we remember, well, I had to switch interior in the car because it dried out. Nobody ever done nothing to it. But if you got one like this, it's got the original interior, somebody done something to take care of it. Anything else you want to do to it?
Well, no, we're going to try to keep it just as original as possible.
How many times has somebody tried to buy that car? Can you count them?
I don't know.
Can you count them on your hands and toes? Every time they see it, and I was telling your brother earlier when he come up, think about the cars we had 30 years ago or 40 years ago.
Well, see, I just now bought me a 52 hardtop out of New Bedford, Massachusetts, and fixing to start working on it.
And what is it? You got it completely restored, or is it fixed and you're just gonna?
I'm gonna just completely fix it. It had a new paint job on it, and the interiors was in real bad shape. But I've got to redo the interior. The exterior is pretty good.
But you take this car like this right here. If you buy it not looking like this, if you buy it just sitting somewhere with no motor, no transmission, or nothing in it, and no wheels on it, you're gonna pay 3 times as much for it as it sold for new with nothing on it.
That's right.
Because it's just, everybody wants them. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a good-looking Mustang. You did a great job. Appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
You know, sometime during your life, everyone has to make decisions the proper insurance to buy, whether it be business insurance, auto insurance, homeowners, motorcycle, motorhome, campers, even your antique vehicles. West Insurance Agency is your independent dealer for this area, right here on Hamrick Drive in Oxford. They have plans for any type of driver, regardless of your driving record. Steve and his staff represent several different companies, and they can get the right plan for you. They have a slogan: when you see us, don't think of insurance, but when you think of insurance, think of us. Give them a call today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call.
Mount Cheahaw Harley-Davidson, right here in Oxford, Alabama, Davis Loop Road.
They're your Harley-Davidson dealer for this area. In my opinion, they're a Harley-Davidson dealer all areas. Stop by and see Keith or George today. They have about 40 Harleys on display. Buy a new Harley. They have used Harleys. Clothes, you people like the Harley leather. They got any type of Harley clothing you want. Helmets, you name it, it's right there. All you guys with Harleys want to put that extra chrome on that brand new Harley. They got any type of chrome you could want. Stop by Mount Char Harley-Davidson today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. Looking for a classic car? Don't know where to look? I got the answer for you. Austin Hines Motors in Arab, Alabama. Austin has 55, 56, 57 Chevrolets, Camaros, Chevelles, Novas, Corvettes, any type of classic car you could want. He has it in one location. They have over 100 classic cars in stock. They also have cars that you can rebuild yourself and restore yourself right there at that location. He's also the largest wrecker and rollback dealer for this area. So call Austin today, 256-931-2277. Tell him I told you to call.
Next vehicle, Tommy Savage, a 1957 Chevrolet. Welcome to Big Boyz Toyz. Tommy, tell me about your car.
Well, bought the car about 2 years ago from a young man in Hayden, Alabama. It was primer coated, no interior, just a shell. Painted by Jonathan Gouldsby at Goolsby Custom and Collision. Interior was done by Mr. Fields in Northport, Alabama.
They, you know, that a lot of people find cars like that where someone has worked on them and they just stopped or something come up and they couldn't afford to finish or this and that and the other. Is that what this guy had started on it? Or
This guy had this car, I believe, for 12 years, and he'd had the body off the frame, completely restored the frame, and done a lot of work to it, and just for whatever reason, just stopped work on it. Lost interest or didn't have the money, I don't know what, but made me a good deal, and I bought the car from him.
Now, did you know he had it, or did you just see it on the side of the road, or somebody tell you about it?
He actually works with my son, and he told him about it, and David knew I was interested in another toy, so we went and looked at it, bought the car.
Now, is this the color that, according to the numbers, it was supposed to be this color, or
no,
is this the color you wanted?
This is the color I wanted, mainly because the interior was already that color, and he had started with that color, the firewall, and inside the trunk was already painted that color, so I really didn't have a lot of choice about it. But I'm glad I went with that color. It's an original India ivory top color, and the bottom color, the red, is a Chrysler color.
So, what kind of motor and all do you have in it?
It has a 350, stock 350 engine with a 700R 4-speed automatic with overdrive, a 3,500 RPM stall speed converter.
That's to get out there on that open road, save that gas.
That's right. It had just a turbo, but it sounded like it needed to change gears one more time, so we went with the overdrive. It really helped it out.
A lot of them's going to the overdrive if you're going to drive these cars to car shows, because you take some of these cars sitting out here, you pass them on the interstate and they're tight. I mean, they're wound up tight, and you know they're burning a lot of gas. Yeah. One more gear is all they need, and they just smooth out a little bit.
Really made a difference in this car.
Now, the chrome and all, did you redo it all, or just have it re-chromed?
I purchased all of the front chrome bumper and stuff from Mr. McAteer over at M&M Classic Chevy and Rod Parts here in Tuscaloosa. But the side trim is all original. The window trim is all original. It's just been polished and buffed.
So you was actually looking for a 57 when your son told you about this one?
I was actually looking for a 56, but I had an opportunity to get the 57.
Really, nowadays, I tell people all the time, nowadays you see a lot of 4-door 55, 56 because you can't find the 2-doors no more.
Right.
So people are actually restoring 4-door cars.
Right.
Because they want that year, but you can't find it.
Well, you can find some, but they won't sell them.
Yeah, or if they do sell them, you better dig deep. Even though you got to work on it, you got to dig deep.
That's right.
Because, you know, it ain't 10 years ago where you could find one on the side of the road and buy it right. Nowadays, people know what they're worth.
Right.
And that's really bad on us. I got a friend of mine don't like Barry Jackson because he said it's hard for him to buy a car now. And you know, he's got tons of them, but it's hard for him to buy cars because the price is so high on them. You see them on there going for hundreds of $1,000s, and you know it's a clone or something. You say, God, how does that work? But somebody asked me, says, well, what's this car worth? It's worth as much as somebody will pay you for it.
That's right.
Don't put a price on a car at a car show because somebody's standing around there who's got the money to buy it. Anything else you want to do to it?
Oh, I've got a lot of work to do under the hood, and that's down the road.
Just touch up under the hood and dress it up.
Dress it up. Put my favorite color chrome on it.
Well, good looking vehicle. Appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Farmers and Merchants Bank. Farmers and Merchants Bank's got 4 locations to serve you: Piedmont, Anniston, Oxford, and downtown Jacksonville. 90 years of service. I'll tell you what, Farmers and Merchants Bank is the bank. You know, it's not like any other bank around. You can go in and they get your decision today. They make your decision on a loan or whatever you need right in that location. You have a personal banker that takes care of you right here. Don't have to send it to Birmingham, Charlotte, or anywhere. Go by one of the Farmers and Merchants Bank today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. You know, when someone smiles at you during the day, it kind of makes you feel great all over. Dr. Travis Phillips and his friendly staff right here in Oxford, Alabama says stop by their office and they'll help put that beautiful smile on your face. They have teeth whitening, general dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, dental hygienist, oral surgery, everything right here in Oxford, Alabama. He has full x-rays and partial x-rays that he does right in his office, and you'll find out right then what he needs to do. They got professional staff. They have a saying, go the extra mile for the beautiful smile. Stop by and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. It's time of year when everybody's doing that touch-up on the vehicle, getting ready for next year. Well, I've got the place that has everything you need for any type of body repairs. Rosar Auto Paint Supply has the largest selection of pinstriping and molding in the area. They mix custom paint. They do custom paint matching. They have waxes, buffer pads. I mean everything. They're the largest auto paint distributor in Alabama with auto, industrial, and fleet paints. With 4 locations to serve you in Anniston, Birmingham, Coleman, and Tuscaloosa, there's a Rosar's close by. And with over 100 years of combined sales experience in their sales staff, they are simply the best. Stop by or call today and tell them I sent you by.
Next vehicle, 63 Chevrolet Impala, Jason Colangelo. I got it?
That's right.
Welcome to Big Boyz Toys, Jason. Tell me a little bit about your car.
It's a
Excuse me.
63 Chevy Impala with a 409 project me and my dad been working on for years.
Come originally with the 409?
No, sir. It's we found the motor locally and rebuilt it and put it in it.
This original SS though, correct?
No, it's a clone.
It's a clone SS,
Yeah.
okay. Well, it looked original to me looking at it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of the original ones are the bucket seats.
Right.
And you got the bucket seats, and what kind of transmission you got?
Well, it's got a 400 turbo.
But a lot of the original ones, the SS's come with the bucket seats.
That's
So
right,
When
yeah.
you just look at it, you don't know.
Yeah.
Now, what color you call that? Because I don't remember seeing
That's
that
a-
color in 63.
No, it's a GM 1967 Chevelle, charcoal gray metallic.
67 Chevelle. Well, you're keeping that Chevrolet paint on there anyway. 'Cause
Oh, that's right.
Don't take the Chevrolet paint off. Now, where you from? Here in Tuscaloosa?
Originally from Chicago.
Now, you got the 409. Did y'all just want to build that big block, or you just run up on a big block and said, okay, that'll do?
No, we had a built small block in it and just wanted a 409 because of the nostalgia of it. So picked it up and went through it and put it in it.
Now, what's some of the places you go? Notice you got that turbo, so you can get out on the road with it.
Yeah. It runs pretty good. It's got a 3500 stall in it and 373 gears, posi. It needs another gear.
Needs that overdrive.
Yeah.
When you get out down
overdrive
that
would be
road.
But just local driving around town, it ain't bad.
Now, you said it's a project that you and your dad had. How long you been working on it?
Since about 1981.
81?
Yeah.
So y'all took your time with it.
Yeah, I mean, it'd sit for 5 years. We didn't do nothing to it. And work on it for a couple months, and things wouldn't go right, so he'd get mad at it and put it time out again.
So, and how many people come by and try to buy that thing when you was taking the time off, taking a break?
Oh, it's been several folks come over the years.
63s are really, really hard to find. You can't
Yeah.
find them 63s. I tell you, nothing's hard to find 61s.
That's right.
61s, I don't know what they did with all them. They couldn't have crushed them all, but you can't find 61 Chevrolet.
No, that's one of the reasons it took so many years to do is finding parts for it.
Now, did you redo the chrome and all on it?
That's all original. It's just been polished out.
So you just polished it all up
Yeah.
yourself. And a lot of them have to send it out to get it re-chromed, and you made it look good just doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Now, what else you want to do to the car?
Oh, I'm actually working on finding, it's a factory air car. I'm trying to find the brackets for the 409 so I can put the factory air on it, hook it all back
Day like
up.
today ain't bad driving it, but you come August and September, it's kind of tough going to a car show.
Yeah, it is.
And especially if you want your wife to go with you.
Yeah.
That probably ain't happening.
Yeah, that black leather and the sun don't really mix, so.
No. And you got to let it set. You know, nowadays everybody wants air. These women say, we going somewhere, cut the air conditioner on, or we stay at the house.
Yeah, they spoiled.
Now, what color? You said it come on a 67 Chevelle. Is it the reason you picked that color? Because most 63s, it's different because of that color. You don't see a lot of them.
No,
I don't even see dark gray 63.
I like silvers and grays and just, a buddy of mine had it on his Chevelle, and I just love the color. So when it comes time to paint this one, that's the color I went with.
Now, with the gas going up, what do you think about that 409? You wish you had that 350 back in?
Yeah, it's pretty hard, but you know, I don't get it out every day, so.
So you live here in Tuscaloosa?
Northport, yeah.
Oh, you burn you burn 15-gallon gas getting here.
Yeah, I watch the gauge move all the way here.
So if you ever get in it, the gauge moves a little faster, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When your dad actually got the car, was all the chrome there?
No, it was missing a lot of the chrome and interior and motor, and it wasn't much to it.
You said y'all did it. Did you redo the interior too, or did you just send it somewhere to have it done?
Sent it, had it done. We put it in, but you know, the tucking and that was done.
They got so many people building the old cars now. You can call year one anywhere and just find the kit to just put the new seats in yourself. You ain't got to send it nowhere.
Yeah.
You can do it all right there in your backyard. Tell you what, you're looking 63. Appreciate you being on the show.
Thanks.
We'll be right back.
You know, 90% of most homeowners don't know they have a pest or termite problem until they have a very expensive repair bill. Why not let the professional staff at Rice Pest Control inspect your home before it happens? With 50 years of experience in Northeast Alabama and with their free termite inspection for new customers, don't you think it's better to be safe than sorry? Call Tracy Rice today or one of his sales staff. Tell him Barry Miller told you to call. Hey, if you mention Big Boyz Toys, you get 50% off your first initial service. So call them today at 1-800-850-4661. Triplet Paint and Decorating right here on Wilmer Avenue in Anniston is your home improvement headquarters for this area. They have DeVoe, Benjamin Moore, and Coronado paints that go on good and look great once they're on. They also have all the materials needed to do that special job around the house. Carpets, they carry Shaw and Mohawk. Hardwood floors by Robin, so everything is in one location. Remember, DeVoe, Benjamin Moore, and Coronado paints are used by professionals all over the United States, and it's one of the best on the market. Stop by today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to stop by. American Income Tax Service. They have electronic filing. They do individual and business tax filing. They have all the necessary paperwork right there. They do anticipation and refund loans right there at the American Income Tax Services. They have offices in Anniston, Gadsden, Gunnersville, Collinsville, Rainbow City, and Attala. They do all tax services right there in one place. Contact any of the associates at American Income Tax. Tell them you heard their ad on Big Boyz Toys and you'd like them to fill out your taxes. Auto Unlimited in Moody and Pell City is your #1 headquarters for most any type of add-ons to your vehicle. From the famous Flowmaster exhaust system to wheels, tires, anything that will make that vehicle catch everyone's eye. They do custom upholstery, painting, and classic car restoration. So from bumper to bumper, John and his staff can make that old clunker look like a brand new vehicle. Stop by or call them today and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to call. This day and time, a person's vehicle is their pride and joy, and when you want to add special accessories to that pride and joy, I know the place you need to go. Cutting Edge Auto Performance on Hammock Drive in Oxford is a one-stop headquarters for all these accessories. They carry JVC, Power Base, and Kenwood, and can order any stereo brand that's out there on the market. They also have performance parts for trucks such as toolboxes, grills, tunnel covers, and bed liners. Window tinting, they're #1 in this area on window tinting. They also install remote starts and alarms for all vehicles. Hey, and the great part is professional installation on everything they sell. Stop by their showroom today or call them and tell them Barry Miller sent you by. Oxford Picture Framing, 919 Snow Street, right here in Oxford, Alabama, is your #1 location for that special framing of anything that is dear and special to you. With over 1,000 frames, anything that can be framed, she can frame it. From graduations, weddings, to the new arrival to the family, she's the one to take it to. They can preserve and seal most any type of items for the special shadow boxes that will stay like new for years to come. Stop by or call Allison today at 835-2780 and tell you heard about her on Big Boyz Toys. Ray City Diner, exit 168 off of I-20 on Highway 77 right there in Lincoln, Alabama. Best steaks around. I tell you what, Wanda McKeag and her staff have great food in this restaurant. They are open 24 hours a day, breakfast served 24 hours a day. Each and every week, steak special. You guys working down in that area, she has lunch specials each and every day. Also, now through October, bike night every Tuesday night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Tuesday night. You guys bring the bikes out, listen to music, enjoy the great food. We'll see you at Race